what do the results of the regional elections that took place 19th of June mean for you? The result is, I believe, is very, very good for the real estate market in Andalusia. There's been an absolute majority by the PP, that's the Conservative Party, the PP party. And they are in general, they've been in power for the last 3 years, and they are in favor of lower taxes and incentivizing investment in Andalusia. So the last 3 years that they've been in power, we've had a taste for what they intend to do. And the result has been very, very good. And that is why they've achieved this. So what is it they've done in the last 3 years that makes me believe that going forward, it's going to be very good for the prices of real estate in Andalusia? In other words, the prices are going to go up, and why it's going to be very good for investment in general. Well, various things. One of the things that they did when they came into power 3 years ago was reduce the inheritance tax in Andalusia, taking Andalusia from being the region of Spain with the highest inheritance tax to the region of Spain with the lowest inheritance tax. They did all that in 3 years. So now, thanks to that, here in Andalusia, Group 1 and 2 beneficiaries, spouse and descendants, pay nothing up to the first €1,000,000 of inheritance, and they have a 99% deduction after that. This is very, very good. We've always been saying, I've been in practice for over 25 years, dedicated mainly to estate planning and probate. And we always thought that the reduction of inheritance tax in Andalusia was essential to really turn it into the Florida of Europe. In other words, we needed not just the great, the sun, all the wonderful things that we have in Andalusia. We needed low inheritance tax to attract people that are buying their properties as a retirement home. Well, that has happened, and it's revolutionized the investment in Andalusia already. So inheritance tax on its own is a good reason to think that them winning the election is going to be very good for the prices of properties going forward in Andalusia. But they've done other things as well. For example, they reduced the transfer tax in Andalusia. It used to be a sliding scale under the previous government, which started at 8% and went up to 10%. Under the PP government, those last 3 years, we've had a 7% transfer tax. At the moment, as the law is stipulated, it's still valid until the end of the year. I think they're going to extend it because it was very good for the real estate market. So let's compare. Here in Andalusia, transfer tax is 7%. If you got to the Valencia region, a competing area, you buy in Denia, Calpe, Moreira, Alicante, the transfer tax there is 10%. Here we've got 7% thanks to this this Conservative government. So again, good news. On new properties, they reduced the document tax also from 1.5 to 1.2. Not such a big difference, but it's all favourable. More importantly, this government is in favour of making things much easier when it comes to setting up a business. And we have really seen things change during these last 3 years regarding how complex the amount of paperwork that we need to set up a business. Don't get me wrong, Spain is still a bit of a paper chase for setting up a business, but in Andalusia, it is now easier than it was before. So, in my mind, the result of the elections is going to be really good for the real estate market. As if it wasn't busy enough already, I think this is going to give it a new impulse, and it's going to be very good.